No. Fuck. You gotta know when your wisdom teeth come in and everything, and then, you know when your wisdom teeth come in and then that little, skin and everything in the back of your mouth decides to goddamn be a douche and then fucking start hurting like a motherfucker randomly? Yeah, that's what's going on in my mouth right now. It's fucking, it hurts at times, but if I'm asleep, it doesn't hurt. And, it's, very, very weird. It's very weird, and it hurts like a motherfucker. It fucking hurts. And it sucks. Because it's like, dude, I'm just trying to fucking talk and everything. It hurts. And yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta do some shit. You get to the fact that, yeah. But how is everyone tonight going? I hope you guys are doing okay. I know I am. But yeah. Anyway, what up guys, it's Godfather99 next year, and, I'm back with, the council. We're on episode 2, and, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I actually tried playing the other day, and it was really, like, difficult to play.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination
for
Lord
Mortimer. As usual. I'm not worried about it, though.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I'm not worried about it, though.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm used to it.
Von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet. Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
Why is she in a pentagram? That's the one weird thing I'm seeing right now. Alrighty, let's use that one. That's the one I actually equipped and held last time. That's the one I wanted to use last time. January 22nd, 1793. The Council. Episode 2, Hide and Seek.
Monsieur de Richet, do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. But an act of horrific violence occurred during the night, and I do not know if this is linked to the disappearance of Sarah.
A link with my mother.
There's a possible link to my mother. I hope you'll let me know.
In the early hours of the morning, Elizabeth Adams was found dead in her room, savagely mutilated with a knife.
With the dog.
I'll get straight to the point, Louis. According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last
That dude had
person
a
to
black
see her
mask
alive.
instead of like a blue mask.
Yes, last night we, Do you suspect me?
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night and leave nothing out. Tell me, how did the evening begin?
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us. She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life. I took my leave of the Duchess and followed Elizabeth to her room.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide anything.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
She thought she'd
claimed
seen
she
my...
saw my mother the previous evening on the cliff, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. I will send someone as soon as possible. But do go on.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation became confused. So then she ordered me to get out. If only I'd stayed.
Don't blame yourself, Huey. How could you have known? But thank you for this new information. Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
I understand. What do you intend to do?
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Are there any
Do you have
suspects?
Any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Any details about
Can
the
you
tragedy?
tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Alrighty.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Alrighty. So what we got to do is we got to actually look around here first because I know there's something here. There's also a box I want to look at and try to figure out the number code. Well, I want to try to.
Four-letter word could open this chest.
Alrighty. I want to figure out the 4-letter word code. I want to figure this out. That's why I'm like, it should be Zoots. Alrighty. There's gotta be stuff in here. Amber fragment, yes, we got 4 for that. Alrighty. If I need any more, I'll do that. There was something here. We do have downstairs we can go. That's actually... Why do you have a big hole in the middle of your goddamn fucking office space, man? I need to know. What caused you to have a big hole in your office space? Key with an occult water symbol. Key with an occult water symbol. Small key with a ring shape as a earth. I don't know what the key'd go to.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight?
Also, like I said, my goddamn fucking the gum in the back of my mouth. It's fucking being a douche to me. Before I talk to him, I want to look around. I do not need devil thorns. I need something else. I need to look around a little bit more before I before I do anything else.
Carmelite water. I see that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Ooh, I want whatever that is.
Honey.
Alrighty, thank you.
Hope for better.
I'm gonna put that in right now because it's the fact that I'm gonna need it later on, most likely.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble. It's probably nothing.
Does he know why?
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say, Louis.
Alrighty.
But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Alrighty. Now we're gonna go downstairs. There's nothing for us to grab up here. There's literally nothing for me to grab up here. But I am going to look around for more amber and all that. Can't go that way. There's got to be stuff for me to grab, like, over here and everything. Alright. There's a half-circle shaped key. Interesting, that wasn't there before. Nothing over here. So I know what the bottles for amber are now, which is good. I got that open earlier, which is good. Napoleon Bonaparte. Or pursuit.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
He doesn't look well.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now is the time.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit? What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
No, you don't.
I'm trying to figure stuff out.
A pattern with 4 circles.
I don't have that key yet. We do have that. I'll talk to him in a second. I can't unlock that. And I don't feel like I want to. I don't know if we shall meet again. At that point in time, I am a prisoner. Snared by my own decision. You must be protected. My future is lost. Without you, you can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see a way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Who is that to? He has a bath inside here. Nice.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Interesting. Four circle shape. Oh, I know what that go to.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm looking around right now. We already read that. He had a... I think that's for the shoe, if I remember correctly. Because I've seen those before.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer liked a pattern with 4 circles.
Use key. Ooh, letters.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Machiavelli.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Alrighty.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
Alrighty.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Alrighty. Ooh, I want to do this in order to be able to use this.
2 days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams. What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're Investigator of the Year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Deriche?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Don't let him...
Why?
Nothing. Get away from me.
Just as soon as you stop treating me like I'm an idiot. If you wanted people to think you were guilty, you couldn't have done any better. So cut the bullshit and come clean now.
I can't! He'll come for revenge.
Who?
No one! Just shut your trap, goddammit! Yes, I was there. Yes, I walked in her blood. You've got all you need to wrap it up. Now scram!
No, I'm not done with you. Ah, fuck you. He looked pretty pissed off, though. I gotta say that. Coconut pineapple chutney is really good. Investigate Adam's death. Wait, is that my room or... No, that can't be my room.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Alrighty, so we found an immunity for Napoleon. Convictions and politics.
Carmel
Search.
water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Interesting.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Yeah, it belonged to Bonaparte, dumbass. Alrighty, I gotta look around the room.
French actor Talma's
Amber.
Alrighty, I didn't want to listen to that. I'm sorry.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms
My
at the
dear
feet of
Latrobe,
Julius Caesar by
As
Royer.
previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Moore.
Interesting.
There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
He probably has it on him. Wait, there's a book. I thought I would have been able to interact with the book.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
Why painting like that? I'm curious.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Napoleon conviction. Alrighty, interesting. We need to talk to Napoleon now.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Is he sincere?
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
Alrighty.
Someone saw you not far from the victim.
I wish I could skip
Can you
through
tell
the
me
dialogue.
what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Did you recognize the Prowler?
Were you able to recognize the Prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
Not a single... Well, I mean, I could let you glitch for now.
Excuse me for insisting, but if you saw him or her, I'm sure you would have more information than that. It's just that you don't think it can be of help to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Was it a woman, for instance? Bearing in mind that all the women here wear whalebone dresses, which is rather noticeable.
A man, I should say. I don't recall seeing the silhouette of a dress.
You see, you saw many things, in fact.
Hang on. Laissez-moi réfléchir. Let me think a minute.
A wig? His height? The sound of his footsteps, maybe.
Ah, his height. Oui, somewhat imposing. A tall man, and straight. As for the rest, I don't know, Monsieur de Richet.
Not to worry. That's already quite a lot. Thank you for everything.
Alrighty.
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already. Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
With
tell me
who?
who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did anybody leave early?
During the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you. Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Interesting. Until what time?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No. Someone saw you not...
Alrighty, I gotta listen through this again.
Can you tell me what you were
Which I
doing
hate.
exactly, please?
But oh
I
well.
can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of the I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady
I gotta
slipped
listen
through
through
my
that.
fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Were you able to recognize the prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
Alrighty, I already made that one.
But if I remember rightly, the night of her arrival was also the night of my arrival. So the person he saw leaving Elizabeth's room was Washington. I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
Alrighty, I need to go back and then I need to press continue.
Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you.
I
that
wish I
someone
could.
is an
I
idiot.
wish I could
I
skip
wanted to warn
this.
her to
I
be
really
careful.
wish I could skip that. That's just
You see,
annoying.
On the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Alrighty.
Have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Alrighty. Let me check everywhere real quick. I can't go outside, unfortunately. Investigate Adam death. There doesn't seem anything else for me to check here. I need to grab more amber and all that though. That's the one thing. I can't go downstairs.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Alrighty, we need to go inside her room now.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. P.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Interesting. And I can't read that, which is weird. We got a book up here.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language and all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Alrighty, talent unlocked bookworm. I unlocked a talent called bookworm. Where is that? You can equip 1 extra manuscript. Collect 10 manuscripts. Interesting.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
Alrighty.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Interesting.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam,
Damn.
I shall never thank you enough for all your care and
So
attention.
like
I shall be indebted to you to my last breath.
1978?
If you have any requests,
I mean,
you
1778.
only need ask. With regards to my son,
During the
William,
year
I shall
of
never thank you enough
the
for looking
Declaration of
after him.
Independence, or
You
was
knew
that
the
2
latter's
years before?
preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count.
Alrighty. She really had nothing in her room, does she? I can't even go outside, so we need to talk to her. I don't even have enough.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
He is indeed very upset about it. It's only natural after such a bad thing.
Violent? What do you mean?
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh my God, Louis. How awful. The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Alrighty, if I eat that, I can
Since your
actually get
arrival,
it.
Did you notice anything strange about Elizabeth?
Everything that happened around that poor child was strange. You saw that for yourself.
I know. You're right. I'm looking for leads to try to reduce the number of suspects.
Well, I would say that in addition to ourselves, you could also cross off President Washington. I went to see him during the night. I had some business with him, and I can confirm that he didn't leave his room all night.
That gives Washington an alibi.
I'm still checking Washington.
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Am I given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily. Especially since I couldn't prevent the murder, even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least.
Alrighty.
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
Interesting.
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
I'm surprised that's all we get from that. We got that.
2 coils circle the lock.
I don't have the key yet.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to him.
Alrighty.
He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
I need to figure out where that
Powerful
key is.
backers. Madam, thank you for concern.
Okay. Interesting. Alrighty, I'm looking around the room one more time. And it doesn't seem like there's anything else. Alrighty, let's get going. I can stop running and shit. Alrighty, I need elixirs. Before I go any further, I'm gonna check around the rooms. I'll check around, this area. I can't even go into my room. Fuck you. There's so many rooms I gotta check. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. We got this area and then we got...
President George Washington.
We got George Washington, we gotta check. Okay, so we got him there. Why is he down here? That's what I want to know. I thought he would go and stay upstairs. Guess not? Question mark? So, since her room's right there, we need to now go into...
Duke Godoy.
I can't go into there. Okay, so I can't go into Duke Mandel Godoy's room. Can't go into my room.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
I can't go into Piaggi's room. Can't go into that room. So the last person's room I can go into is George Washington's. I gotta check everybody. Ooh, give me golden elixir. Alrighty, we have 5 yet. Good. I'm actually stacking up on them, surprisingly. Alrighty, we got George Washington there. I do want to investigate.
Looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
God damn it.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
Intercede. Alrighty, somebody commented. I'm waiting for that comment to come. Yeah, DJ Cycle, how you been? Alrighty, I'm looking around because I need to check like every single
Portrait of George Washington.
night. I can't go outside, which is weird.
Honey.
Oh,
the
yeah,
gods.
thank you. Ah, I needed that honey. Oh. I wish I had the fucking unlock thing. Why did I not do that? That actually would have been very helpful during this.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
Alrighty.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered. I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Alrighty, and then let's do this
Are
one.
you alright, Mr. President? Are you feeling alright?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
Alrighty, anything else?
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry. but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks.
Alrighty.
Do you know why she came to the island?
Alrighty,
Get
interesting.
help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Let him
Yes,
finish.
Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed.
Return and
I
leave.
shan't keep you any longer, Mr. President.
Feel free, Louis. If there's anything I can do, just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Alrighty, so we got all that. I don't know why it did that. I can go inside here. Alrighty, there's one more door before I talk to the one dude. Damn. Wait, she's holding the knife. Oh, I thought she was.
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Alrighty. We need that.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her good luck.
Interesting. Collector coin.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out. A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Immunity,
August
Vinland.
24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Interesting. Well, I found a gun.
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light. A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France. There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean.
Yeah, that Bonaparte's.
And there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
Well, I found its gun.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear. The color doesn't correspond to Emily's black outfits, and Elizabeth doesn't have anything quite like this in her wardrobe. Let's take a closer look. It's a little dirty. It must come from the bottom of the dress where it touches the ground. I recognize that moire pattern. It's the same as the travel dress my mother was wearing when she left. But why the hell did she come into this room? Piece of fabric. High quality.
Alrighty, I gotta...
I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
For the nobility, clothes make the man or the woman. I don't want to try to figure all that out.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Alrighty. Oh, thank you, Lord. Alrighty, we got 4 of that.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
I don't feel like it'd be Washington.
Knocked over bottle of wine. Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting.
Huh.
I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
I'm gonna use the thing so I don't actually...
The handprint on the handle is really small. I can't imagine a man with a hand that size. It must be from a woman's hand.
Huh. The blade.
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh.
Handle.
Part of the handle is unsullied by blood.
Already somebody
gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates...
No, it wasn't, because of the fact that that's it, the murder weapon right here. I mean, the person must have been strong and everything, which would put it with, not Peggy, the one big dude. But, also, we have this over here, which was, from our, mother. But why would Napoleon Bonaparte's gun be in here? That's what I'm wondering. And then we have our brooch thing over here, the little pendant, which was at 3:43 a.m.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please, excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if
I
it's
think
just
it
for a
was
day,
the mother.
I promise.
Because...
we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure You'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
I need to do something real quick. I need to change controllers because this controller's almost dead. So give me 1 second. There we go. Alrighty. Sorry, I had to switch controllers real quick because that one's almost dead. And I do not need to be having the controller die on me. Alrighty, so her mother... So his mother was here.
A pentagram? What the hell's been going on here? Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual? I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram. If a ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3 meters from here. That's strange.
That is interesting, though. I need to look at the blood.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
I don't think it would be in Washington because it's fragile.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Oh, I have that. Amber and we have a note.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
We're gonna take the notes. We need to look at her body. Then we gotta go back and talk to what's his name. We need to go talk to Bonaparte, but we also need to go talk to Peru. She was stabbed 9 times. Examine the arm.
There's marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars.
Interesting. Meaning of scarring.
People scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
I'm not... I don't know. It's a video game.
Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Examine... I can't examine those. Examine...
I count no fewer than...
Examine the
9
upper
wounds
body.
on the thorax with a lot of blood. At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Examine
Some of
tattoos.
these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
The hell were they doing to her? Examine the head.
Bruising on the skull.
I mean, people got
It includes a
tattooed
scar from
in
previous
Greek and
Elizabeth, she
tattooed been going on
must
for
be
years.
very young
We
when
just
she
got more
went
advanced
through
with
all
them
that.
lately.
That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck. Maybe mutilations.
Examine her notes.
From the nose. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising. What a strange smell.
If I'd saved that, I would have examined the legs.
No trace of blows on the legs.
Came from the
similar to those on the rest of her body.
Examine the hands.
Blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol.
Occultism locked. I need to go talk to this guard, dude.
Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Alrighty. So let's talk to him.
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
Nothing special.
I'd have thought this is not really the shortest way to get to your suite.
Yes, I wasn't really looking where I was going. I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Alrighty. So he had returned to his room, which is over here. But I do need to go talk to Bonaparte now.
Huh, that's me.
Alrighty, I can't go inside there. But I do need to go talk to Bonaparte.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
I can't talk to Duke Manuel Godoy. I'm gonna go talk to her again. Okay, I was about to say. Can we talk to her again? I'm not.
What can I do for you, Louis?
Others.
I hear you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either His Eminence can't keep his tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily.
The
We
dagger.
found a murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since the blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it all.
If what you say is true, Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject.
Return.
I won't keep you.
And...
Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
Alrighty, so I gotta go talk to Bonaparte about his gun being there. Because I can't go talk to what's his name anymore, I don't think. Not 100% sure on that. But,
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
alright, let's go talk to him about his gun being there.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Does he own a
As any
pistol?
good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Alrighty, so it couldn't have been his pistol. Nor could it have been... So it gotta have been his mother's, which it's very... Surprised she kept it that clean. I can't go in its room, so... That sucks. I'm gonna have to go upstairs. Okay, so I'm guessing it's Louis' mother. That's my guess because of the fact that ow. Oh, gee. I need to talk to him.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
From what I've found out, I believe that my mother
Implacable. What that?
is the culprit. Even though I find it hard to accept.
Sarah? But why her?
I found out that there was a long history between Elizabeth and my mother. She had been her personal doctor and had tortured her throughout her childhood.
Ah. And so she could have tried to silence Elizabeth so the truth wouldn't get out and damage her reputation. Well, it's possible. Have you anything else?
I found a piece of fabric that appears to have belonged to her and proves she was present at the scene of the crime.
Interesting. Anything else?
The print left on the knife near the body was left by a slender hand, without a doubt the hand of a woman.
And there aren't many female guests. I see. Anything else, Louis?
I think that there is more than enough evidence here.
Indeed, it's very worrying. Everything seems to indicate that your mother is responsible for Elizabeth's murder. Given the distinguished guests and the political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way.
Now that we've examined the question from all sides, maybe you could explain to me why you asked me here, my lord.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Huh.
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed,
Alrighty.
if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
If only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
What did you speak
know my
about?
mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Interesting.
My mother must have undoubtedly taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean-d'Acre.
I know
Unfortunately,
nothing.
my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes.
Well,
I
not
know.
in that
I'm still very
circumstance.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. she resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
I'm gonna need to figure out where to go to get to that box room.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
So we're here, so that means it's gotta be like second floor to the guest rooms. Means it's gotta be this way, right? I'm not 100% sure where it's at, but it said, he said it's opposite. Ooh. Ooh, we got that. Interesting. Why would that be there if you have doors right here? That make no sense.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Okay, I need to use that.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
I don't know.
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Alrighty. Find a safe way to communicate. Somebody is on a trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
I don't want to do that just yet. I don't want to force it open. I want to... Can I leave? Okay, I cannot.
I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it? What is this disc?
Alrighty.
We'll see if it works.
Oh. It's a magnet. Nice.
It's open.
So... Okay, thank you. Alrighty, take away all negative effects, please. Could look at that, but I wanna... Safitskika.
The New Testament.
Gospel... I do not want to listen to all that. Let's just listen to a random one. Gospel line act, gospel blah blah blah. Let's just
It came
listen.
to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Wait, am I going to have to listen to all of those? Lector coin. Don't tell me I'm going to have to listen to all of those.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Let me guess, I'm going to have to listen to...
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
I don't have a key for any of those.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Interesting.
Saint Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Rini.
Okay, so... if I gotta...
A fragment of amber.
Ooh, nice. Hold up, so if I'm gonna have to listen to every single one of those...
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
If I'm gonna have to listen to every single one of those... I really, really do not want to, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. Alrighty, I do want to look this up because, oh my god, I feel like I gotta listen to every single one of those. And I do not want to listen to these. Alrighty, okay. Alright, the real fun starts. Note that you can access the list of relevant includes. Okay, so apparently there's a painting.
St. Paul, painted by Guido Rini.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
I do not like this at all. Yo, what up, Larson? How you doing? Alrighty, so we have to go to the book. We have to go to here. What have you been up to? It's Untitled Roman chapter 11. You ready for the Texas storm of? Oh, I am totally ready for that.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come into the
I am so ready for it.
To jealousy. Oh, wait.
You want tequila?
Carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims.
Nice.
Pick up the package.
I'm surprised NASCAR actually stopped during COVID. You're just in cars. You're not really, and you're out in the open and everything. You're not really near anybody. Except unless you're a fan.
What does Mother mean?
Go get some tequila. Alrighty. So pick up the package, you know where, and hide it where it's imperative. I need waiting behind the youngest apostle. The youngest apostle would have to not be. Youngest apostle would be him, right?
St. John is the only apostle painted in this
Yeah,
gallery
sit down during that. But
hey, wait.
What the first sport?
That
Interesting.
means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer.
Scrutinize the frame.
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently.
Yeah, Mike, go get some tequila.
She would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle.
Yeah, very true.
There's something written behind the painting. On the 2nd day, the
pilgrims would listen to the prophecy of the young
apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Okay, so think about the code. So, what type of game is this? It's kind of like Borderlands and Tales from Borderlands. It's kind of like all the other games that I played that are like that, multiple choice and all that, and you have different endings and all that. It's kind of like that. Okay. I have a thing pulled up. The Book of Revelations. And it's talking about John, and it will be talking about chapter 12. No, Revelations of John, chapter 12, verse 14.
And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might
but yeah,
fly
it's like those.
into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished
Oh,
for a
my,
time, and
oh, my
times,
tooth.
and half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note. It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel.
Alrighty,
Here's
so
the
that one
angel.
gotta
What does
talk
that
about that
mean?
one, right?
Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
So it gotta be this one. I know nothing about the Bible. I've read it, but I still know nothing about it.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Oh. So now we gotta go back to the book. I'm actually gonna look at this. The first city of Corinth. Paul. Experience with Paul. Experience with Corinth 1. And then it'll be chapter 6, verse 7.
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you.
I know nothing about the Bible. I mean, I've read it, but I forget shit. Plus, you've been in COVID, so I've been forgetting a lot of stuff.
Ah, look. Here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Alrighty, so we gotta... And then he hit the 4th one. Look at...
There's nothing
Frame.
worth noticing here.
Synchronize the chest
Characters are
swords.
engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
I don't know anything about Hebrew.
There are finger marks,
Pete's.
deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Alrighty.
No, nothing of value here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Alrighty. I know nothing about the book, so I'm gonna look at this. So to go to Paul 2:2, and then it would be...
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected.
Oh, those.
Is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
And so that means
Several
that
portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Alrighty. Well, that one should be around here.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
Examine in the frame.
Been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Alrighty. So it's got to be about it's got to be about John. Alrighty. So read the Acts of Apostle. chapter 10, verse...
And so it was that
I
while
didn't
they were
mean
there,
to...
the days were accomplished that she should
I
be
didn't mean to
delivered.
do that one. Acts of the Apostle, chapter 10,
And he became very
verse 8.
hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that? I'm guessing it's a metaphor. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Alrighty. Deciphered the message. Let's... Alrighty. Alrighty, so it is literal. I failed. Fuck me. Okay, so what I do want to do is... Let's bring that one up. Let's bring that one up. Wait, remove all points. I do want to give this up. Do I want to... I'll do that one. Wait, inventory, what do I have real quick? Skill point in questioning. That one will give me a skill point in this, so that means I actually don't need to... Okay, so I have this one, which would give me a skill point in Herodotus, skill point in psychology, skill point in division, skill point in etiquette, skill point in questioning. I can do that. Occultism. I don't have anything for occultism, so let's do that and let's validate. This one gives us a skill point in questioning, logic. That's questioning. I feel like I should do the... Could do that one. Ooh, I can actually do 3 different ones. Okay, so let's do that one. Let's do that one, and then let's try to book on that. Psychology. We have our psychology at level 2, which is interesting. Let's try to book on science, but what I can do is I wish I actually put that in there, but I can bring in another let's do psychology. No, let's etiquette. Etiquette is at level 1, so let's do this one. Okay, there we go.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Wait, there was something here. Alrighty. I do want to look around a little bit before I do anything else. Because I just found that. That dude's sweeping right there, so we can't go that way. I want to look around before I do anything. Wait, there was a... Oh, I thought I saw something there. This place I would not be able to live in. I'm sorry. I could not live in a place like this. Let's have like multiple people living in there, taking all the rooms up. I could not live in a place like this. I could do like 2 rooms, maybe. Or 3 rooms at most. But this had like 5, 6, or 7, I think like 10 rooms, from what I've seen. I could not do that. Alrighty, I can't go that way. We can't go that way. So we need the small living room. See, the other thing is, we would have multiple living rooms, and I cannot do that. We only have 5. I wish you would have...
I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
I'm gonna need that.
Mother's really killed her sister. I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
I don't know.
Emily, there's something else.
Come on, then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Does she know why?
I don't know, Louis. But I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
So we got that trait.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
And they're arguing.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of La Alcudia.
He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What? Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if...
Gracious.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But...
That's enough, sir.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you, as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Alrighty. So, that's not a good thing at all. Oh, Gordy.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too.
Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news?
Alrighty. I wanna... Hear do you speak to some degree, pretend you know all about it.
Have you found her, maybe?
To hear you speak, you seem to know my mother well.
Not really. We met for the first time on this very spot, some weeks back. We had a very pleasant discussion. She's an exceptionally learned lady, with a good head for business. No need for me to tell you that.
I agree.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Alrighty, I actually do not want to fuck this up. Alrighty, I do wanna look this up so I actually know what I'm doing. So I don't, fuck anything up. I know it's not something the guide like to see me do. But there are times where I'm like, I do want to play it safe so I don't fuck anything up. Alrighty. I can't use any more. Alrighty. Do you want to look this up? I do not want an ad. Yeah, it's how Section 1. Okay, so Alrighty, so pretend to know.
Of course she did.
Perfect. I'm glad to know it. So, how should we proceed then?
What do you mean?
Oh, come, sir. No point pretending. You know. You obviously have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
String him along.
My mother is never without her favorite book.
Oh, a stroke of luck?
I didn't think her original edition of Bougainville would be so captivating to you.
No, indeed. The one I'm interested in is a very old book, with each chapter under lock and key. It has nothing to do with de Bougainville's book.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Ah, well, too bad.
You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed. My mother and I had a brush with this individual just a few months ago.
What about?
About an object stolen from the Order a few years ago, which my mother wanted to recover.
This situation comes as a great surprise to me.
I got him now. I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Wollner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Wollner. You're the one who von Borchardt was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Holmes.
Sir Gregory.
Correct. You ought to know then, he is not a man who likes to be duped. You are walking on thin ice, sir.
Alrighty. Let's take this and let's bring this up.
There's
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Ooh. Wait, I wanna...
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Alrighty. I want to look around a little bit more before I do anything. We'll talk to him.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
You'll be able to check if the hearsay is true over these next few days.
I sincerely doubt that. The context does not allow me to give him my trust.
I understand your point of view. What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
There are some rumors about his loose morals.
Juste, monsieur. Add to that his devouring ambition, if you want my opinion. Playing at Loverboy rather than gaining merit for his career. It's a disgrace for any soldier.
I understand your point of view. Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Alrighty. I want to try to save as much as possible. I can go that way. Or I can... Can I go that way? No, I cannot. Alrighty, so we gotta find clues about our mother. I'll talk to him. Speak about the nightmare.
The nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Alrighty.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
Alrighty.
I wonder what promise Lord Mortimer could have made to make him agree to come here, given the circumstances.
Who knows?
Alrighty.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Got a coin. How many coins do we have? Ooh. I need to get linguistics, science, and politics. Alrighty, let's run and check over here. That's gotta cost like close to $1 million. Alrighty. So we can go that way, or we can go upstairs. Can we go outwards?
Lord
No.
Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book
Already
changed the
look
way
at
I
that.
look at the world.
Ooh. Alrighty. Nothing of interest here so far. Let's talk to him.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
King playing...
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Alrighty.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
Alrighty. Ask him about the
If
nightmare.
I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Well, I mean, if it were a place or an object found on this island, what would you think of first?
The nightmare. No, I don't see anything. I'm sorry.
Well, that's too bad.
Ah, wait. I suppose it might be that horrible painting hanging in Lord Mortimer's study.
Pretend not to be that interested. Right. Well, don't worry about it. I was just curious.
Alrighty, do you know the theme of conference?
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
Alrighty.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Alrighty. I don't want to waste anything.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son.
Until I get the thing full, I don't want to risk anything. Go to Mortimer's study.
A devil's thorn. To be used, the lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Can I have a key for that? No, it's where's you going to unlock it?
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Alrighty, let's unlock
Amber
that one.
crystals.
Yes, thank you. No, I said I wasn't going to use them, but those ones only need one. So we need to go to Mortimer's study. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, so I want to go to Mortimer's study. I want to look around here. Get me or...
Devil's thorn. I'll keep it.
God damn it. We get set. Now I'm down 2. I fucked that up.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by...
Ear by ear. Jeez, I've been playing for over 2 hours. Sometimes that stuff, it takes so long. Ha! We found a new book, which is good. Oh! Thank you!
Golden elixir.
Yeah, I love how we just picked up that golden elixir. We can't go outside. Can't go that way. Why do I keep sneezing like goddamn fucking dog? Alrighty, let's look around. We can't go in there. I don't think. God damn it.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Ooh. I'm writing blah blah.
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Okay, account for the years, blah blah. Total never reduce wood consumption next year.
Let's take a closer look. Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Alrighty.
A minor bird.
Give chocolate.
Oh, what have I done? It looks like I've killed him. Oh, shit. I better not hang around.
Okay, that's a bad. Alrighty, Leviathan. I should have taken red. Why did I do that?
Might come in handy.
I'm an idiot. I just killed the bird. That's why I don't own pets.
It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research. It looks like a war painting. It's dated.
Alrighty. So the only painting I can think of is that's one back here.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Alrighty, so... Alrighty. I don't know where exactly the mechanism would be.
Nope. No mechanism here.
Alrighty, so... There gotta be a... There is that, which I can't open for some reason.
No. No mechanism here.
Alrighty.
No mechanism here.
No, I think it's that book.
Okay, no mechanism behind this painting. Well, I'll have to keep looking. No. Let's look elsewhere.
The only thing I can think of is the book.
I don't think this book can help me.
Oh, there's that.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Oh, great. think it got its do something with the book.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
Link,
The author is Pierre Amédée de la Salle, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris. Now I understand why the dates are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March. The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish. Not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion.
Alrighty, and then Second
Or
Crusade.
how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle.
Nice.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
Alrighty, let's analyze
The
the
crusades
dates.
took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5,000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it? Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
1154 AD.
Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Alrighty.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date. That date in 5,000 is something again. I wonder what in the world it means.
I'm not analyzing due to the fact of how much it would cost me to analyze it.
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre. I get the impression I've seen that before. In fact, I've read something on the Crusades before in the study. He clearly loves the subject.
Alrighty. I'm not analyzing that. That's going to take me too long. Alrighty, from what I'm seeing, there we go.
Open sesame.
Alrighty.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
I'm writing at you, blah blah. We met. It's initiated more who John Adams. Alrighty, let's shoot that. My lord, blah blah. By chance you could interfere in my favor to be internally in your debt. I hope that you can help me, your friend Nikolai. Map of
Shows the
Africa.
forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
Interesting. Here's Lortimer. It's a map of Asia.
Looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Sir, blah blah. Alrighty, I can't pick that up. We have that. Alrighty, my dear Lord Mortimer, at friend China, Red Sharp, love your friend. Yo, what up, Caitlin Stringer? How you doing? We do have that, which will give it that. One look at that, William. It's a map of Europe.
Shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Alrighty, and then we have that. Not good. Yeah, I'm just playing Lich right now, so my dear friend, please find and clothe Lich of my colleagues. Oh, so it's kind of a thing, whatever you call it. Map of the Americas.
This shows the forces present in America.
Alrighty. Gift had been delivered. Already, I just heard knocking.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for.
Yeah, that's good though. What are you up to?
I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing... Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Read the draw.
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance.
What have you been up to?
That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Ah, nice. Okay, so we have that. We got it lit. We got a lot of stuff to explore. We got that. Why?
Something strange about this table.
Why would you have that? Look at instruments.
The little surgeon's perfect collection.
Unity. Examine.
It's like obsidian or onyx.
Ah, my
Must weigh a ton.
I wonder how you would get that in here.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Alrighty, so we got those. I also got these things here.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. 3 rusty old nails. They're about 27 years long.
Alrighty, we got caramel water. You found a key with a cold fire symbol.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
And just saying, use left key. I need the right key. Where would I find that? Alrighty. Oh, we got that. We got
Table
that.
of alchemical elements.
So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Alright, so I need to find the key. You know what? We'll use 3 to unlock it.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Okay, so that needs a second. I'm not gonna waste Spreadshit stuff on that. Let's see if you have the courage to face me
It's
alone.
my mother's writing. I picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
Huh?
The clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Alrighty, so we just shoved that up our ass.
It's locked.
Alrighty, go find our mother. Okay, I'm gonna...
Chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Ooh, key with a cold water symbol. Nice.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Alrighty, so we gotta go find our mother now.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
We got a new trait, Shepherd.
He said.
Alrighty, so Shepherd. You read the book about the weakness of human psychology and more.
It is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
Alrighty, so we have this.
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
Find a way out.
It's locked.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Alrighty. I like having it pulled up so that I can actually... Because... Okay, so it's 6, 4... 6... Alrighty.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Lower. Need to lower the...
Well,
oh, it does.
better not dwell on it then.
Alrighty. Okay. Poison while the burden... What's it saying? We're level 7, so... Let's actually do this. Wait, remove all points. Ooh. Alrighty, so... Talents, Okay, do I have one for that? Yes, I do. Do I have one for that? Yes, I do. I also have one for that, which means I can actually put one in there for that. So we have one for that. We have one for that. I do need to put some... Alright, so what I want to do is... I'm gonna actually put that in there, so that will actually give me... I don't have one for that yet. So let's do that one. And then... Ooh, thank you. Alrighty, validate. So what I want to do is, I want to use this one, I want to use this one, and I want to use that one. Alrighty, so level 3 actually, skill usage free, 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 skill... Alrighty. And there we go. We're on the next part.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Alrighty, so...
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them. We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
Ah, I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
I didn't mean to spy on you, but you caught my attention. I heard you speaking about Sir Gregory, and I wondered what it was about.
That is none of your business, monsieur.
Don't take it the wrong way, Louis, but you shouldn't be eavesdropping.
Please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Alrighty. Also, apparently the White House has, hold up, I wanna look at this real quick, because apparently the White House issued federal emergency declaration for Texas winter weather events. Continue reading. It said, I thank President Biden, blah, blah, blah. I doubt shared that President stated order all disaster regionally coordinate all disaster relief efforts and provide assistance in all 254 Texas counties. Okay, interesting. Alrighty. Alrighty, you can't eavesdrop anymore. Alrighty. There's a gallery. President's room. Alrighty, so I need to go to the gallery. And that's what I gotta do. I know, I have a guide pulled up and everything. But I don't wanna fucking, have to, look everywhere. Especially if it's something like that. Which I find very bad because of the fact that... Alrighty, so we're in the gallery and we need to go... No, that's in the gallery, my bad. Wait, so we open that up. I do want to look around and see if I can actually find anything for me to be able to use later on. So honestly, all I really need to do is just bring up everything that level 3, and then everything will be free for me to use. But also I need to bring out the vulnerability stuff, so that's another thing. I gotta do. I don't know where the gallery is exactly, I'm gonna be completely honest. Alrighty, here at the gallery. Let's talk to...
Is everything all right, my young friend?
Leave him.
Isn't that lovely? Well, see you later.
Alrighty, you can actually go out to the garden now.
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart. The state the stone of the statue is in reminds me of the sword. I'll bet my boots this is where Mother wanted to lure Mortimer. Just need to know why.
Translate the plaque.
Guide the sword that will kill the monster.
There's the crack. Examine.
A crack as long as my finger.
Alrighty. Oh, Peru, it's here.
Well, Monsieur de Richet, what brings you here?
I just happened to be passing.
Of course you were. Say no more. I will take my leave. I certainly don't want to be mixed up in your plans.
Alrighty. He did not like me. So we are in a maze. Okay, so it goes that way. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's the statue. Oh, thank you. Caramel water. I can't go that way. Come on. I hate mazes.
Icarus. Son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity.
Well, I'm not
going.
gonna translate that. I don't wanna... Caramel water. There is something over here.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos in Pasiphae.
Let's
okay,
go.
so... Minos is who we're looking for.
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur.
Alrighty. I'm not going to...
Mother
Yeah,
managed
what
to
up,
solve this
Deathly
enigma.
Goats? How you doing?
Minos, son of Zeus and Europa.
Oh, we got a... What's
If I
called it
remember
right there?
correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her threat.
What's up, Deathly Goats? How you doing?
Hey, there's a crack in that statue.
Move away. I wanna grab that. And there's a dick. You can actually see the dick. Wonderful. We
I
have
wonder what
this.
this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
Ah, my teeth. Alrighty. So we have this. Same, bro. Read the message on
It's
black.
up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Move away. We got a handprint here.
What is that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism.
Move away. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to press that. First, I want to go over here because I wonder if there's actually anything over here that I can use. It's something that keeps doing a clicky click, whatever it's called. But I can't seem to... I think it's because of this.
Daedalus. He's the architect of the labyrinth.
Yeah, I know,
and
that's
if
what
I'm not
Dick.
mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus.
It was a dick. I'm not gonna translate the plaque because I don't want to waste stuff translating. The one thing I do want to do is go over here. And I like mages, but I also hate them at the same time. Alrighty, we need to plunge... We need to plunge the sword into...
The crack is in the region of the heart.
We need to plunge sword into the crack. And then we need to go over here and we need the pretlets. Pretz. There we go. And we need to go down.
Whoa.
And alrighty.
Again?
We have a vision.
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out.
Interesting. It looked a little like... Yeah, it does a little bit. Except it's not like where you're shooting guns and everything. I do want to play Bioshock on channel.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
But I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. That's only a shoot. Blood prints.
Let's see if you're in there, Mother.
Huh. Also, Telltale to bring back Borderlands. Tales from Borderlands. Which I find interesting.
Amber.
I find that interesting, so, I'm hoping, they bring,
Looks like my mother took advantage
another
of being
Batman,
behind
the
to change
Evil
her
Within
bandages, huh?
type of game.
This is silk. She must have used her own clothes.
Noticed something.
There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
Alrighty. So we gotta look around. Oh. Okay, she killed him.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
She killed two ex-made Bioshock and Borderlands. Nice. Telltale's games made Tales from Borderlands.
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are.
Let's go 3-7 the maids. Okay. Talents, Let me get science up. Do you have any book that... Nope. Well, I do have a, a book for science, and I can actually use that for that. Okay, so what book do I want to use? I do want to use... Okay, so... Let's do that. And then... Alrighty, now we need to, Oh, damn. Alrighty, we're gonna just go through all this right now. But holy shit, we almost got shot by our mother. Alrighty, guys. That was interesting. But I'm gonna end the video right here, so... Yeah. That was interesting. We found a lot out, and we found it was our mother. And I was right. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. We'll do number 3 tomorrow. Hopefully I get my new mic tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, fates, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Just let your family know I do catch a lot of my videos. Also, if you do subscribe, please turn that notification bell icon on. Get notified when I upload a video or go live. I usually go live. I don't really know what else to say except, damn, we almost died right there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!